We rented this RV for a 2-week trip, and we made some modifications so that our less than 1-year-old son could stay in it. So the first modification we made was we took this window on the side of the RV and we added a dark, basically a sunshade that is normally used inside a car in order to block out the sun so that we could create a dark environment in the space that our kid was staying. So in order to create a safe environment for our less than 1-year-old kid, we just put a pool noodle around all these metal surfaces right here so that he wouldn't bang his head around the surface. And this was helpful because we noticed that there were times where his head was just sleeping right against this noodle. Alright, so let's take a look inside to see the modifications that we made to the bed that our kid would be sleeping in. Okay, now we are on the inside of the RV, on the other side of that door that I was just showing you. And so you can see that this is a bunk bed, and on this bunk bed it's really easy to get in and out, and so that wouldn't work for our really young child. On the inside of this tension rod it has a spring, so it fits really tight. I had to cut it so that it would fit into this size right here, but you can see what I did is basically now when you push it in, it creates this kind of tension fit. It just stays here. Now it's not super strong, it can move up and down, but it's strong enough that our kid couldn't get through. Now, if your child is able to stand up or push themselves up, this particular strategy would not work for you. So, to protect the child from some of the sharp edges on the tension bar and from the metal bar itself, I used a pool noodle just to wrap around the entire bar itself. And it still works in the same way. To create a small wall where a kid couldn't get through, what we did is we just used a beach towel. And you can see this beach towel on the bottom is used kind of for a little wall. And what I've done is I've wrapped it on both sides so it creates a little loop on the inside. And with this loop, I was going to put in our bar. Let me slip that in now. And that, once you put the rod in, the tension rod in, with the pool noodle, is the final setup. So this was really convenient when we were taking our kid out. We could just pull this rod down, and of course we could also pull the rod up when we had put him in place. And this created a very dark environment. It was also very quiet, that was fairly safe for him to be in. But you need to understand that if your kid is able to stand up or if they're able to pull on this surface, it's not going to be very secure. And so our kid wasn't able to do so, and that's why we were able to use this method. So overall, we've had almost 2 weeks of really good sleep for our kid inside this bed. And it worked really, really well for us, so we wanted to share it with you and hope that this is a strategy that might work for some of you.